Have you ever felt a tiny spark of satisfaction when someone you dislike failed? Not happiness, not excitement, just a quiet feeling that says, yeah, I knew it. And then you immediately feel uncomfortable because you don't want to admit it, not to others, not even to yourself. Here's the disturbing truth. That feeling is normal, but the reason behind it is dark, deeply human, and almost never talked about. Tonight, we're exposing why some people secretly enjoy watching others fail, and why most of them will deny it until death. And once you understand this, you'll never look at human reactions the same way again. There's a word psychologists use for this feeling, a word most people don't know, and even fewer are comfortable hearing. Schadenfreude. It means pleasure derived from another person's misfortune. But here's where things get uncomfortable. This isn't a rare personality flaw. It's not limited to bad people. It's not something only narcissists feel. Studies show most humans experience it, even if only briefly. The real question isn't if people feel it. The real question is, why does someone else's failure make us feel better about ourselves? And the answer goes much deeper than jealousy. Imagine this. You and a coworker are competing for a promotion. They're confident. They talk a lot. They seem sure they'll get it. You don't. A week later, management announces the decision. They didn't get the promotion either. And suddenly, your disappointment fades just a little. You tell yourself, I didn't want it anyway. They weren't that good. At least I'm not the only one. That relief you felt? That wasn't logic. That was your ego stabilizing itself. And this is where the first dark mechanism appears. Why does seeing someone else fall reduce our emotional pain? Why does comparison matter more than success? To understand that, we need to look at how the brain protects self-worth. Humans don't measure themselves in isolation. We measure ourselves against others. Psychologist Leon Festinger explained this decades ago with social comparison theory. We constantly ask, subconsciously, am I doing better than them? Am I falling behind? Where do I stand? Here's the dark part. When we fail alone, it hurts deeply. When someone else fails with us, the pain spreads and weakens. Another person's failure becomes evidence. I'm not inferior. The system is unfair. It's not just me. Their loss becomes your emotional medication. Notice something strange. People don't enjoy watching anyone fail. They enjoy watching high-status people fall. Celebrities, successful influencers, arrogant leaders, that confident classmate. When a nobody fails, we feel nothing. When a powerful person fails, the internet explodes. Memes, mockery, celebration disguised as accountability. Why? Because status gaps create psychological tension. When someone above us falls, the gap closes and the brain feels relief. But here's where people lie to themselves. They don't say, I enjoyed watching them fail. They say, they deserved it. I'm just calling out bad behavior. It's about justice. Is it really? Or is morality just a socially acceptable mask for envy? Humans hate seeing themselves as cruel, so the brain creates moral justifications. If a successful person fails, we look for reasons. They were arrogant. They exploited others. They were fake. Sometimes it's true, but often it's exaggerated because enjoyment needs permission. Once the brain decides someone is bad, enjoying their failure feels righteous instead of shameful. This is how people enjoy suffering without feeling guilty. Watch how fast the internet turns on someone. One mistake, one old clip, one accusation. Suddenly, millions pile on. Jokes go viral. Empathy disappears. Is this always about justice? Or is it a mass release of suppressed resentment? Cancel culture works because it allows people to feel morally superior, enjoy destruction, avoid responsibility for cruelty, all at once. But here's the most dangerous part. Not everyone enjoys watching others fail equally. Some people feel it far more intensely. Why? Research shows something uncomfortable. People with fragile self-esteem experience stronger schadenfreude. Why? Because success around them feels like a threat. Someone else's achievement silently asks, why not you? That question hurts. Failure, on the other hand, removes the threat. It says, you're safe, you're not behind. So failure becomes comforting, not because they're evil, but because they're insecure. Ever notice how some friends support you until you actually start winning? At first, they cheer you on, they motivate you, they joke with you, then you succeed, and suddenly, compliments feel forced. Support fades. Small failures get highlighted. That's not coincidence. That's unspoken comparison anxiety. Your success destabilizes their identity. Your failure restores balance. But here's the real danger. For some people, watching others fail becomes addictive. Why would someone crave negativity? The brain doesn't care if dopamine comes from good or bad sources. It only cares that it comes. When someone repeatedly feels relief, superiority, or validation from others' failures, the brain learns. Failure equals reward. Over time, gossip feels good. Drama feels entertaining. Negativity feels stimulating. This is why some people love bad news, obsess over downfall stories, constantly predict others' failure. It's not curiosity, it's conditioning. Scroll through comments under a failure story. You'll see, I always knew this would happen. Deserved. Fake from day one. Notice how confident everyone suddenly becomes after the failure. That's hindsight superiority. Failure gives people a chance to feel smarter, wiser, and above, without ever taking risks themselves. So does this mean enjoying failure makes you a bad person? No, but ignoring it does. The darkest part of human psychology isn't cruelty. It's denial. People who acknowledge this instinct can control it. People who deny it let it control them. Awareness creates empathy, humility, growth. Denial creates bitterness, projection, silent resentment. The emotion itself isn't the enemy. Unexamined emotion is. Two people watch the same failure. Person A thinks, that could have been me. I hope they recover. Person B thinks, good. Now I don't feel so behind. Same event, different self-awareness, different inner worlds. The next time you feel a strange satisfaction when someone fails, don't panic. Don't judge yourself. Don't pretend it's not there. Ask instead, what part of me needed that failure to feel okay? Because the answer will tell you more about yourself than any success story ever could. Human behavior isn't light or dark. It's honest or dishonest. And the most dangerous people aren't the ones who feel dark emotions, but the ones who refuse to admit they exist. If this exposed something uncomfortable, that means it worked. Subscribe to our channel if you want to learn dark psychology and human behavior to improve your life.